is the likely nature of the order, and what does it really mean for people in Muzaffarnagar, and more so, what does it really mean for Muslim vendors in the area? Let's discuss that. Joining us on the show is Dr. Anil K. Verma. He's a political analyst, director, Center for the Study of Society and Politics. Also with us is Dr. Bhanuchandar Nagarajan. He's a political analyst. Let me quickly get in Mr. Verma, sir. What is the nature of the order? What purpose does it serve? To an average person trying to understand, a Kawariya for that matter, to understand whether a shop is owned by a Hindu or it's owned by a Muslim, what purpose does it serve?
I don't know what purpose it will serve, but certainly it is a situational and it's a lonely order for a particular district. And obviously it appears that the district might have suffered earlier on this count. And because you see, this is very specific to a particular district, so it's not a government order, it's an administrative order for a particular district, and giving so many political interpretation to this order is unnecessarily magnifying a problem. Of course, intellectually and otherwise.
But can an administration order something without actually talking to the government of that state? Can an administration come out with an order of this nature?
Let's not get into that nitty-gritty. Let's not into the nitty-gritty.
No, why not? We must get into nitty-gritties, sir. Nitty-gritties is where the answer lies.
Then you know it very well.
Absolutely. That's why we have you here on the show.
I do not know at least how the order has come. But certainly I would consider it an administrative order of a particular district, because had it been a government order, it would have been implemented in other districts also. But I fail to see that it has not been implemented in other districts. We are only getting one district to implement. And I understand that this Kawar Yatra is looking at the communal situation of that particular area. It's a very specific case, and not much things should be seen into it, because you see, we are having almost festival almost every week, every day. A few days back we had the Muharram Yatra, and a lot of restrictions were put on that Yatra along the people who were living on the side of the Yatra. Muharram is a huge Yatra. So nobody talked about all those restrictions. Tomorrow there
a lot of restrictions are also, I come from the state of Uttarakhand, and I can assure you a lot of restrictions are also levied every time there is a Kawar Yatra. I live very close to Haridwar, so I can tell you for a fact that a lot of daily going about of our work is disturbed as a result of not just one kind of religious processions, but all kinds of religious procession. But we'll come to that later. We'll stick to this particular order. Let me also get Bhanuchandar into this conversation. What are you making of this order? What purpose does it serve?
See, there's a history of communal violence associated with the Kawar. I do know it very well. So last year in 2023, stones were thrown at the yatris in Bareilly. In the year before that, in 2022, when the Kawar Yatra resumed right after the COVID restrictions were opened, meat was thrown at Kawar Yatra, the Kawar Yatris. Like in some places, people spat on the Kawar Yatris. And in some places, like namaz was conducted such that the Kawar could not proceed. Okay, so there is a history of communal violence. So what the police thought was that let's solve this in a very simplistic manner. They used a very blunt instrument of doing whatever they did. See, all of these areas are what we call as like subaltern, right? They want simplistic solutions such that the yatra proceeds. I don't think social profiling was the intention of it. But since many people pointed it, I think the Muzaffarnagar Police revoked the order and said that it is voluntary. So I think like people are making a mountain out of a molehill.